and I made a logo and everything. You'll be able to see it on Facebook and everything else in the future, as well as maybe YouTube and stuff. So when you see it, and then I'll have an intro made for YouTube and everything else with, like with the music, song, and everything that's used for the podcast on. It'll be also used on the video, on the live stream video thing as well. At the same time, I guess, like one after another. And it won't be it'll be unedited. It'll be edited with the music and everything, but it won't be edited for the, like cutting out anything, in between the conversation, but it will cut off when it is the ending. And if there's at least if there's two parts to it, then I'll cut it off right after someone says something or I say something, and I'll just wrap it up. But I'll be able to find a way to wrap it up, or to know when it's going to be over or something like that, and also having the time, so therefore I know how long to make it for of this. And so and I'm also doing it for doing both. And also the sound side radio is also going to be not just talk. It's going to be entertainment with, like other people on their interviews, just talking about many different things, many different topics, entertainment of all kinds, not just the entertainment industry. Like, it's not like, if we're talking about the entertainment industry, it's not like, I don't want it to be like a news podcast, but more at all, like, I'm already done, like the news is fine, but all sorts of news, it's all over the place. They're all talking about one thing, like one topic or whatever, but it may be all different kinds. And like, whether it's like, oh, who's wearing these shoes nowadays, or what's a new trending of like t-shirts or coats or whatever, and stuff. Like, I'm not into that. I'm not into any of that, and I'm not going to talk about any of that on there. But if the person who is talking about it talks about it, they can probably talk about it. But I'm gonna have to have it timed, so we're not talking about one topic or one or a similar topic for the whole entire episode. I want to talk into it as well, but there's also going to be music as well into it. So if there is going to be an interview or something like that, I can do it mostly on here for interviews and interviews in general, like stuff like that, and all on here on Human Needs Radio. But if it's more like music and everything else on, it's going to be which there probably wouldn't be interviews on there. But if there is, it wouldn't, like, it won't be like interview after interview. Once there's an interview happening on the other one, Soundside Radio, it's not going to just be like interview after interview after interview or something like that. It's not going to be transformed into an interview podcast or anything else. If I ever do a podcast interview on that podcast, on that radio station, on that podcast, it's only like rare or occasional. It's so occasional or rare that it's unique. It's like, but because it's going to be mostly playing music, it's all it's going to be entertainment to you. It's going to be a talk show, and in a way, partially, but it's mostly going to be 80% of that, 80 or 70% of that is going to be, or 75% of that is going to be music. 25% is going to be both talk and I guess entertainment, and talk and everything. So if you like it so much, for that radio podcast, then subscribe and everything to it and all. But whether it's on YouTube or just on anywhere you're listening to a podcast. So as well as this one, if you can please subscribe to this, like it, and whatever. if you're able to, through anywhere that you're listening to a podcast. And yeah, so that you can get the latest updates and everything from me, and then the latest news about my company of Human Needs and Human Needs Media and all that other stuff. And then and also I'll have other integrations with like maybe sweepstakes, contests, stuff like that, giveaways, whatever, on that other podcast. But I'm just gonna move a lot of that to integration to that podcast new one. But I'm one after, not really one after another, but not all right at once. It's more of just at random, I guess. But it'll be planned out partially beforehand and stuff like that. But there won't be like scripts or anything. But there will be like episode notes to go over. So we're not just randomly talking about this and that and whatever, or ranting on like I am right now. Always, But anyways, and if you like to sponsor the new podcast or this one particularly, please email me over at humaneedsbusiness@gmail.com. That is not the website, that is an email address. And it will be in, and if you see the email address, it should be in the description of not this episode, but it could be, but it probably would be more of the description of the station details. If you were, or podcast details, if you were to see the email there, it'll say sponsor, and then or inquiry, and then it'll be with the email next to it. And if you also have any questions or anything else, you can also email me at humaneedsbusiness@gmail.com and everything, and stuff like that, and more we'll have, and there'll be a lot happening this year, hopefully, but and I'm not going to let this pandemic to ruin or stop me from doing anything I want to do. So, when it comes to like doing interviews or doing whatever, I'll find a way to do so and stuff like that. But but everything is like, I do everything like digitally anyway. So yeah, but anyways, have a good day or night, and I will talk to you another time. And like and subscribe to this podcast if you can, Human Needs Media Radio, through anywhere that you're listening to podcasts. So, yep. Bye.